Part 2. Feelings that are associated with false memory OCD. When you have false memory OCD, the following feelings are very, very common. Feelings of guilt, feelings of shame, feelings of wanting to confess, and feelings of extreme need to know the truth. Let's go over it in more detail. You need to understand that when you get a false memory OCD thought at first, there's almost no feeling associated with it. It's just a question. Did this situation happen? Could it possibly happen? That's all you get in the first, very, very first instance. And the more you examine it, the more you start to view it as true. And the more you start to view it as true, the more times you send a signal to your mind saying that this situation is true, when in fact it's not. But see, the problem is that that part of the mind, which is responsible for OCD, has no ability to judge the thoughts. It doesn't know what kind of thought it is. It doesn't understand the logic or no logic behind it. All it sees is, this is the thought, this is the signal that you're sending back. So it sent you a thought. Just like, think of it, I give always to people who I talk to in sessions, I always give them an example of a football being thrown at you. So a ball is thrown to you, that's the thought. It's up to you if you catch that thought. But if you catch it, and then you start to run with it, and run and run and run, you start to develop feelings associated with it. Because as you're running with it, your brain sees that it interprets that signal of you taking it seriously as if it's serious. And because you're a good person, because you are a moral person, you do have feelings that are associated with the situation as if the situation was true, such as guilt and shame and all of that. Because normally you wouldn't act like that. And people who do act like that, they don't have these feelings of shame or embarrassment or needing to confess. They simply don't. They view it as a norm. So all these feelings are just caused by the wrong signal being sent to your mind. They actually have no value. It's not the same thing as your regular feelings where, you know how people say your feelings are important, your feelings count, your feelings mean something. These feelings are not important. They don't count. They mean nothing. And the more you pay attention to these feelings, the worse these feelings are going to get, because you're going to continuously send a signal to your brain saying that these feelings are important, so it's going to send you more feelings, and it becomes like a snowball effect where the feelings start to get stronger and stronger, and the situation just gets worse. From something that wasn't true to begin with, right? So that's the thing, is your brain right now, it's like that part of the brain, it's an autopilot, you know, it doesn't have an ability to judge, it doesn't have the ability to stop, but you do. If you choose, again with the example of the ball that I gave earlier, the ball is thrown at you, the thought is thrown at you, and it falls to your feet. You don't catch it. You don't run with it. You don't run far and wide with it. You just let it fall to your feet. That's exactly what you need to do. And then the feelings, they won't stick to you. And if they do start to kind of get attached, or you start to kind of experience a little bit of those feelings, you just say, forget it. I've dealt with it a million times before. This is an OCD thought. I'm not dealing with it. But we'll go over that more in the next part. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.